So I did a little work off camera to try and hustle and get this thing ready for transport. A few last minute items that I wanted to get knocked off my list. I tidied a lot of wires. I got my engine breather tube, my crankcase breather tube installed, and the drain for the mechanical fuel pump in, wire guides for my ignition cables, all sorts of just little knick-knacky crap. I'm at the point now where I just need to get it battened down for travel, so that'll be tying up some very loose connections here and putting the cowl on and cleaning up a little bit in the cockpit, then calling it good. Other than that, I just got to clear a pathway out of here and go over my plans for transport. Now, if you haven't seen yet, it's only about 4.5 miles from here to the airport, but there's still plenty of areas where that can go wrong, especially in loading and unloading. So I've got a pretty solid plan. I'll give it a once over, and if we're lucky, within 24 hours, this thing should be on the back of a trailer. I am excited. This is a huge day for me. That said, the airplane is just one element of the move. I will have to pack and clean this whole garage, put it all on a U-Haul, and get it transported over separately. All my tools, all my parts, quite possibly even the paint booth. Realistically, majority of the work is still left here in the garage, which is my mission today. Today is getting all of this organized, boxed up, packaged up, out to the hangar, and then set up. a journey that I will do without as much help, but I'm pretty sure I can get it done. If I could back the U-Haul up to this garage, I can get it done. That was probably harder than the whole plane fiasco. I'm gonna start organizing, boxing, cleaning, loading. Well, we made it, and not a single thing shifted, moved, fell over. All right, one thing fell over. Other than that, it's all there, upright. It's coming together, and it's far more fun on this side of things than it was loading up and unloading. Doing the whole move in a single day by myself was a lot. That was a long day. But once I got a little limbered up this morning, which took a while, I'm very excited to start getting stuff unpacked here. Heading here was super cool. I feel like I'm like defining a cool new routine. The trip out here, meeting the neighbors, hanging out at the hangar, bringing the dog. Everything was just is a really nice change. So I'm sure it'll be like 100 degrees in here and I'll be sweating and cussing in no time. It's roughly 192 in here. But for now, I'm really excited about having the project out here. I would have been way ahead of where I'm at today, except my new neighbors needed help hanging a TV. And I thought it would be kind of me to give them a hand and, you know, set the tone for our new relationship there, where I try to mind my own business and they ask me for favors. It went about as well as honestly building airplanes. 2 trips to the hardware store, an hour and a half of muttered swear words underneath my breath, and they now have a TV hung slightly too low and a little crooked. So I have relatively few boxes to unpack. I got to get my hardware up somewhere. That's probably going to be the longest part about all of this. Do a little bit of cleaning and Quick run to the hardware store for a couple things that I'm gonna need at both places, home and here, so I'll just buy some replacement ones, and then we'll be back to work on the plane. I bought the whiteboard not only because I've secretly always wanted a whiteboard. Actually, it's not even a secret. I talk about it all the time. I just wanted a whiteboard for like lists and stuff, but also I had an idea, and it's that the hangar is lacking one thing the garage had, which is ample wall space to hang things. I can't be putting sheet metal screws into the corrugated aluminum, and there is some wood rafters and supports that I could hang things from, but it's not ideal. I thought I might be able to screw in my hardware organizers into the whiteboard on half of it to organize my hardware. The concern there, my budget didn't really allow for the world's sturdiest of whiteboards, and so it's sort of a 50-50 whether I'm going to be comfortable putting some weight on top of this and not have it topple over on me. If it doesn't work out, I guess I still got a sweet ass whiteboard. The whiteboard thing is not gonna work. It's just not. If you're wondering if I ever get tired of my stupid ideas, I don't. It's part of my charm. So, for the most part, there's a lot of blank spaces. A lot of these were empty because I've gone through all the parts there. Probably just leave them off for now and have the room in case I need to restock something. It's a little crooked. It's about as straight as my neighbor's TV. I'm sort of itching until I do something more productive, so I might work on the actual plane. Clean up a little trash, and then let's build something. Yes! It's been 3 years. 3 years since I could comfortably walk in here. 3 years that I've been working on this project in this garage. And I wouldn't even say it's like a bittersweet moment. It's pure excitement to get it out of here, to be honest. There is no sad moment here. Moving to the hangar is incredibly exciting. Having a garage back equally is exciting. But does make you kind of pause and think that for 3 years I spent just about every weekend in here. I had a science teacher that was into rough approximations and estimations and conversions just to get you to the answer quickly, an approximate answer. And his thing was to convert from Celsius to Fahrenheit, you just double it and add 32. If it's 20 degrees Celsius, it's 72 degrees Fahrenheit. It turns out that works also if you want to convert from Fahrenheit to inside my hangar. Double it at 32. 80 degrees out there, it's roughly 192 in here.